Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining the Two Virgos again. It is September 1st, 2020. Today is my daughter Melissa's birthday. Happy birthday, Melissa. She's 27.
Happy birthday.
I know, where's the time go, right? It's 6:01 p.m. And again, it's like whatever the temperature is on the sun is pretty much is what it is right now. I don't know why it gets hotter in the evening, but so we are just chatting today with Katie Moriarty Hume.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't put that in any of the write-ups.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Okay. No. Okay, and Katie's going to tell us about her awesome group, all about, helping the homeless and addicted that are afflicted with mental issues, mental concerns in Niagara and Erie County. And if you live in Niagara County or Western Erie County, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Then we hope that you will watch this. We ask for your input. Write down in little comments. If you're here watching us right now, if you could just say hi so we know that you're here, because we can't see the comments until somebody actually comments and puts their, then it comes up on the side and we can see who's here. So we would appreciate that. And what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, then under White Light Mystic, I'm also one of the Two Virgos. So if you could like and subscribe to this, that'd be fantastic. I would love it with the finger. Look at this. Okay. So, all right. So, hi, Beck. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What are your thoughts? What do you have to say?
I just want to hear Katie. I want to have her tell us about what she's doing, her group, her partner, and then, that stuff.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah,
so it's all yours, Katie. Hi, Facebook user. We don't know your name, so if you could just type your name in when you say hi. Sometimes StreamYard doesn't let it show. So, hello. Thank you for joining us. So, tell us about your group, Katie.
All right. So I'm Katie, obviously, and my friend is Jackie, and her and I started this group. It really is servicing the addiction and mental health in Niagara County and Erie County. So my friend Jackie, she is the addictions part. That was something that she struggled with and has now come through and is doing great. And I am the mental health part, where, to be honest, I've struggled with mental health, more the anxiety and a bit of like the OCD, obsessive intrusive thoughts, my whole life. So that's why we decided to really start this group, that we felt that we could really reach out and help people. It is just getting started, so we're like not sure like on every direction. We just know kind of like our end goals and what we want to make this. We're not exactly sure how to get there at this point because it's just still so new. It'll be like a month old. I feel like it's a baby. A month old on Thursday is when I finally bit the bullet and decided I'm just going to do this. So we just really, and also a big thing is the lack of services that I see in Niagara County, and I want to change that. I don't know how. We have some ideas, but we really want to bring more services to children, families, and those that are addicted to drugs and are homeless because of it. We want to help in any way that we can.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really good. Can you just tell me, so you're a resident of Niagara County, is that correct? And your friend who is going to be on part two.
Yes.
Part two of this. She is also in Niagara County or Erie County?
No, she's Erie County.
Okay.
She actually currently just moved to the west side, and which is where I don't know how to like correctly say it, but like where she was homeless was down in the west side. So she knows like a lot of the places. She knows like some of the people to really know like where to go and like
Yeah.
where to focus on in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us the name of your group?
It's called In Our Time. And I don't know, we just kind of were like thinking of different things to kind of get like what name we wanted. But we think that it speaks to everybody because it happens in your time, and it can't be because somebody else told you to go get help for mental health or to stop drugs. It has to be your choice, and it has to be in your time. And it doesn't
That makes
always
sense.
happen the way that people think or want it to happen.
Mhm.
So
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, well, that's good. So I was going to ask you to tell me about your name, but that's a pretty good explanation. I think that's really good. So, well, I don't want to get too much into your personal information, but so does that mean that when you guys were going through your own struggles that people were offering you help and you were like, nope, 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 you just had to do it in your own time?
for Jackie,
Yeah.
I think yes. But for me, I think it was a little bit different. There were some pieces that it had to be in my time.
Yeah.
So like when I was younger, you know, I'm blessed to have two super supportive parents who, you know, like when I was 16, mental health wasn't huge. Not that it's huge, but like
Well, it was huge, but it wasn't acknowledged.
right. And so you know, I was in counseling when I was like younger, when I was like I think 14, 15, 16. And then we decided that it wasn't enough. And that's when I had to go to medication. And so that took time because it wasn't anything like it is now. I lost my train of thought. But as far as one thing that did take me to a lot of time is my counselor moved. She closed and she no longer going to service me. And so I get super funny about people that I don't know doctor wise. Like I normally stick to one person and I trust them. And as long as I trust them, it's great. If not, then I find someone I can trust and I won't trust anybody else. So I had to go. I was seeing somebody for medication and she kept referring me to Brylin. But in my head, I couldn't get past the fact that it was Brylin and it was associated with the hospital. And I, for years, would not go. And she kept saying, you know, you should really check it out. And it is the best decision I've ever made. And
great place.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about yesterday. It has changed my life. And I'm like, one of those things where you kick yourself in the ass and you're like, why did I wait so long? But it all happens for a reason and it happens in our time. And I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have been so receptive when I was supposed to go. But all I know now it's changed my life completely. So
that's awesome.
They're a good place. I don't know if they still do substance abuse and mental. I don't know. But back then it was, you know, I was there to, you know, stop partying so hard, you know. But so and they're very effective. You know, they really know their shit. Like they really are good people. Kudos to Kermit. You know, probably the greatest drug counselor you'll ever have. You know, so it's really nice to kind of see it from the other, to know that they're good on both ends. You know.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's right now. They're right across the hall. So like mental health is on like the one side, and then right across the hall is where the substance counselors are. So it's separated, and I don't know like too much about that, like you know where they go from there if they do have the rehab place. But yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, really. Definitely. But it's awesome that they're, you know, helping you. And now, can I ask you about like when you're dealing with whatever issues you're dealing with? I just want to make sure I say this politically correctly. Like, get prescribed medication, you know, and I've heard of things called breakthroughs. Is it a struggle to find the right cocktail, the right dosage, the right medication? Does it have adverse effects? Do do you plateau? I mean, what is that about? Because I know a lot of people, I mean, you mentioned you take medication, and I know a lot of people do or maybe want to. There's some trepidation with that because you don't know how it's going to affect you. And, you hear stories about people, I had to be, readjusted like 3 times, before they got it right. Is that how it goes? What has your experience been like, if you would share?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, I was lucky for the person I mentioned to you last time, when I first went to get medication, it was this lady, and I do not remember her name. I went there twice. The first time I was with my mom, and we kind of told her my story, told her everything. Second time I went in, talked to her, and she had told me that I'm not normal, and I'm lucky my boyfriend hadn't left me yet. And so it was the last time we went to her. My mother told her how she felt, which is, I'm so grateful for like her as an advocate. But so then I went, actually heard, I go to Noreen Joffrey, who is another amazing person. I've been with her probably since I was like 19, and I'm 31 now. So it's great to have that same person who has seen me through. And I was lucky. I got it right the first time. I was on Zoloft. It worked good, but then it started to not. And so then we mixed it around a little bit. And then I got on different insurance, and she didn't take it. So I went, it was like $120 a visit. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not working full time, and that's why I'm on the different insurance. So I went to my primary, which I love my primary, but I love them when I have strep throat. I love them when I have an irritation. I do not love them when I am like having, and being anxious and having horrible stomach aches and like can't sleep, can't eat. And so that kind of got a little weird. They prescribed what they thought was right, which wasn't, and it was a super high dose. And then I ended up just like calling my doctor, and it was to the point where my dad was like, here's a blank check, just go, go back to her, because they could see that I was a little off. So then we had some struggles with getting the right dose, but it's good. It's good now, and I have been steady like on Celexa for a good couple of years now, and I have been able. I was on, I think I want to say the highest dose that you can get, and I'm now I've been able to get down to 10, and hover between 10 and 20.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so the one side effect that I noticed when I got on the medications was I gained weight. But then I really and it was a struggle. Like, nobody wants to gain weight. Nobody wants to be overweight. My eating habits suck too, so that doesn't help. But I think that I really came to terms with, do I want to be mentally healthy and be a little bit, be like a chunk? But I was okay with that. I came to terms. It's like, I'm okay. I can love my life most days, and understand that. Yeah, guess what? I'm not putting jeans on. I'm not wearing a button to save my life because they're uncomfortable. I'll live in leggings. So that, and I think a lot of people, that's a turnoff. Is the weight gain, are the side effects, but it's like, what they don't understand is the peace of mind is worth it. It's so worth it, rather than you might, I don't exercise because I'm lazy. So I'm sure if I was exercising and I was eating a carrot or two, I would probably not be where I am now. So that plays into part with it. But it's worth it. It gave me my life back. So to me, it was extremely worth it, but I would never push it on anybody.
It's really good. So getting back to your group then, so because you've already been down the road, you understand what's happening with, some people in Niagara County, and it's happening probably everywhere. And until I talked to you, to set this all up, I didn't even realize that it was a thing. I guess I'm just blind to, I thought, well, where I live, everybody seems to be happy. But so I'm in Niagara County, and where I live in Niagara County, I didn't realize that there was an issue with drug addiction or mental health concerns or homeless people for that matter. So I think that's great that you guys want to step out and do that. Can you tell us what your end goal or your vision is going to be? Where do you see yourself in this group in, say, a year from now? And what steps are you taking or have you taken to get there? Because, maybe we can find some people to reach out and help you.
Yeah. So right now, we've gotten as far as doing, some basket raffles on our group. We've gotten, we've raised like $200, which I think is great. It's a smaller group. Like we are up to like 117 people. But later down the road, like what I want to see, I can't really speak for Jackie's part in Erie County. I know like I can assume that she really wants to see like more available resources for those who are homeless on the streets, who are suffering from addiction. But sorry, scroll moment again. I just one of the comments, my teacher from high school commented, as Katie's teacher way back in high school, I can say she has amazing parents, and I am so proud of her. So, and Miss Dorton was like my mom at school. She was super supportive.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
She's amazing. I have known her since 10th grade. And she was always, when my parents couldn't be at support, like they're at work, and I actually remember, so totally off subject, but I just scroll moment again. There was one time, and it ties in with, mental health and like kind of self-esteem. And this is something I'll never forget. I was at school and a teacher looked at me. So growing up, I had an IEP. I had like learning comprehension. I struggled with that, just like, stuff like that. And I had a teacher look at me and tell me, you're just a 70s student and that's all you'll ever be. And it's not your fault. It's only because half of your brain works. And she's like, so, she was super rude. And I was so sad.
What school was that? Was that Niagara Falls High School?
No. I don't even think she's a teacher anymore. God, I hope she's not.
She shouldn't be. What school was it?
I don't know.
Tell me. Was it Gaskill? Did you go to school in Niagara Falls?
No, I was North Tonawanda.
Was it Payne?
What?
Was it Payne?
No. I feel bad. I truly don't even think she's a teacher anymore, and I hope she's not. But I remember
see ya. She shouldn't be.
Right. I remember running to Miss Dorton and telling her, and I was crying, and she went and found her, and she told her, "You don't talk to her like that. You don't ever say that to her," and like put her in her place. And
good, Miss Norton.
Yeah.
I want to interview Miss Norton now. I'll send her the link. She can come on in our conversation. We want to talk to you, Miss Norton. Valerie Joan.
She's amazing. Sorry, I was sidetracked. But yeah.
No,
but my end goal, I want to bring services to Niagara County. I want to see more of those one-stop shops where, like you can stay with the same company to get your med management. You can get adult counseling. You can get children's counseling. There is, the option of not just normal counseling, but there's the evidence-based of EMDR and DBT, CBT, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see it in care management.
What's CBT?
Cognitive behavioral therapy. So it's all like evidence-based. And all this stuff, I've learned through Ryland and a little bit of school that, they work. It's not just your average, like, I'm going to sit and talk to you and we'll just talk like friends. This is
right.
Stuff that you can take with you and learn and put in your toolbox.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I want more services. And we had a group supervision today at work. And the common theme I kept hearing was that there's no services in Niagara County for adults.
There's not.
And there isn't. Yeah. And like, even my supervisor was like, This seems to be what I keep hearing, and it is.
Okay, let me stop right there because I wanted to ask you. So, other than being on the journey yourself, do you have any insights as to what else is happening out there? Like, what is your job that you can tell everybody about?
So I worked in like what I guess the mental health field, social work field for like 5-6 years now. Ever since I graduated from college, and right now I'm a social worker, a care manager, and I work with children in Niagara County. And previously I worked in Erie County. My other 2 jobs were in Erie County. And read another comment. And so
I'll just put the comments up. You don't have to read them. I'll just put them up after. I'm sorry that they're distracting you.
Okay. So I worked in Erie County before coming to Niagara County, and that was when my eyes really opened that there was just such a difference. Right now I do case management, so care management. I work with children and their families to make sure that they are linked up, and that school and counseling and any outside services are all together. We're all working as one. I go to home visits. I go to their homes once, twice, 3 times a month, and I talk to them, some pretty regularly, and just kind of help them navigate through life, and when that next step hits and, they're 18, 19, we see them up till 21. And what's really great, and I'm not promoting, I don't want to just seem like I'm promoting where I work. It is an amazing place. It's Pinnacle Community Services in Niagara Falls, and we have one in Lockport as well. But what's really great is that it's not a one-stop shop, but it's once they turn 21, they become an adult, and we can hand them over to an adult care manager if that's what they choose, and it stays like in-house. So it's nice. It's nice that you get to see them. And I know that.
Here, let me read these. Just I know they're distracting, so I'll put it up on the camera so everybody can read it. So Lockport Cares has only 12 days for guests to stay at the homeless shelter. Connecting with other organizations can work as well. I'm not really sure what that is, but it's in Lockport, so I think I need to find out. Mrs. What was her last name?
Miss Norton.
Miss Norton says, Valerie, I have to do work for school so I can get ready for my next group at Katie's. I'm going to keep checking on your group. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Help grow the community. Share it. Spread the news. Share it. Nice meeting you.
Bye, Miss Norton.
Bye.
Okay, and Fabo, mind telling me what this is? Oh. So he's somebody that's obviously on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is our group. The group is called the Two Virgos. I'm the White Light Mystic, and this is being shared on my channel on White Light Mystic. If you go over to Facebook, myself and the person wait, am I pointing the right way? Right there with the purple shirt on. Her name is Beck, and we are the Two Virgos. And the person who's all the way over there in the green shirt, her name is Katie. And she's our guest today. So please go over to Facebook and join our group. We have awesome things. Nice to meet you, Fabo. Okay. So good job. Thank you, Facebook user.
Yes, I don't really remember what I was saying.
Okay, so you were telling me about the one-stop shop and how you are in the field. So you recognize where you found your niche. There's something that, obviously there's places that need what you're doing. And I think that's really great. I don't know what this Lockport Cares is. Are you familiar with it?
I've heard of Lockport Cares. The thing is there are some places. I don't want it to sound like, oh, there's like nothing and like, these people are wandering around and there are some things, but it's hard. It's hard because either sometimes like they said, the 12 days for guests to stay. So they have 12 days versus sometimes the beds aren't always available. And that's what we run into is sometimes there's these services, but there's nobody to do them. Um, and that's what, or there's a very long wait list. So I think, I want to say it was last year, I could be wrong, or the year before, they rolled out with what Erie County had was called WRAP services, which was great for children and their family. It really everybody came to the house and they really saw like what needs you had, and they had like specialists who would help you meet those needs. So
That's
Niagara County kind of came out with their own version of that, which is great. We were all, as like care managers, we were over the moon about it. However, sometimes there's the wait list. Sometimes, like things just don't work out. There's just, if there was more, I just want there to be more than just like, okay, yeah, here's this.
Yeah.
But this doesn't always work smoothly. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just there's so many people. And Niagara County gets left out. Even like hearing on the news, it's like, oh, Erie County's COVID cases went up. Like you never hear anything about Niagara. Like we don't exist. So it's like, remember us.
So
be a difference.
Yeah. So Wade Van Valkenburg, he says Lockport Cares is a homeless shelter on Genesee Street. It's right by my house in Lockport, where we can get help and would like to connect with organizations. Hello.
Perfect.
So there you go.
Hello.
So maybe Wade and Katie can get together and work together on this. I think you two would be, it's all about networking. You two would be a great team helping each other. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know I've heard a little bit about CARES.
Thank you, Wade.
Through treatment court when I go there for work. So I know I've heard of it, but I definitely will connect with him. And
Yeah, Wade's a really nice guy. He's a great resource to connect with. He's very in the community. He's ran for mayor of Lockport. We had him on as a guest. If you want to want to go back and watch. So Lockport Cares phone number is 438-2278. So if you're not from the area and if you are traveling and you happen to be homeless, it's 716-438-2278 for Lockport Cares. Thanks, Wade.
Thank you.
Wade, please share this with everybody so that we can help get the word out about Katie and Jackie's group in our time, it's called. So I'm going to put your banner back up for a second. So in our time. Okay, so tell us if we have your phone number, why would anybody need to reach you about anything?
So for a couple of different reasons. One, we are definitely always taking donations, and donations as in, like one of the ways that we are getting we need money. We need money to make the bag. So that that was Jackie's really great idea, and this is something that she realized that she could have really used. And talking to her a little bit more today, we were like, kind of like, what we want to make bags, but what bags? In my head, I'm like, oh, a Ziploc bag, and she's like, well, maybe not a Ziploc bag, but putting like our logo, which I'll be honest, we don't have. We just realized that today. Like that's something we have to make, and put things like deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, tampons, pads, and for men and women. I just want to make sure I'm clear, for men and women. And
the bags, not the that's right.
For the no, I don't think men. Okay. Don't even want to go there.
They're all right on that.
Oh yeah. Boxer briefs, boxers, underwear, sports bras, those kind of things that I think that a lot of us take for granted because we have them, or we can go to any store and get them. They don't have that. They're really, from what I understand, like they're really looking to spend their money on getting drugs because the withdrawal and like coming down from them is horrible. And then, it's a bad cycle. So that's what we wanted to start doing. I think what we decided is that we're going to split split things. So like right now we have about $200, and 100 of it will go towards making the bags, and 100 of it will go and be saved. My half will go towards an organization in Niagara County that, whether like I stumble over my words.
Take your time.
Aren't you an organization in of itself?
Yeah, but like I want to give back.
Reinvesting, but you are though. Like reinvesting in your own organization would allow you to give more.
Right. Well, yeah. And I think it's like some of the things is like because we are so new. I know that like our next right now we're doing a basket raffle on our Facebook page. We've had some really great, amazing people donate some of, whether they're selling Tupperware, 31, their own business. So we've done that, and a lot of stuff that I've made baskets and we're raffling them. So then our next project is to make t-shirts, and with the t-shirts, part of it will, like a certain percentage will go towards an organization. So we're thinking about keeping some of it, and then also like putting it in, like for me, putting it in the account so that at 6 months or at 12 months, I can, like as a group, as a Facebook group, ask them who have you gone to in Niagara County that helped you or that you really liked, and like just offer them the money. It's like, here you go. Like, we want to give back to you. We're giving back to the community.
Oh, that's really nice.
So,
yeah. But so are you too, and it's important to be able to. So I hope a lot of people will come in and donate. I know I'm going to go and get some things and, for them bags because those people need that. And I hope that more people contribute, and sponsorships I think would be. But you said you're going to talk to that lady and, let you know what you can do. And after that, you just let me know, man. I'll ask my one friend, and who knows, you'll have a sponsorship for some, maybe, you do the basket auction. So, you could probably, they could do a gift certificate or something.
Yeah. I think definitely using our connections would be the route.
Anyone who's willing, man, use them.
Yeah. And I think, once we have like a concrete plan, because we didn't know how it was going to go. We didn't know that I didn't know I'd be sitting here talking to you guys. And, I didn't know that in less than a month we would have 117 people worrying about, I get so anxious. Of course I get anxious. But when it comes time to I did the basket raffles, I'm like, nobody's going to bid. This is stupid. Nobody's going to bid. Nobody's going to want to do this. And then they did, and they were super supportive, and it was really great. So I think
people love basket auctions,
Right.
And since with the pandemic, we can't go anywhere, so having an online, are you serious? That's like, they're like, oh my God, like they're losing their minds. My mom is a huge basket auction. Like she's got a horseshoe so far up her ass. The woman like takes home like 8 baskets every time she goes.
Yeah. I know. I love the basket raffle.
Oh, they're fun. The one time we went, she won the one I made. I'm like, are you and she kept it. Gotta love it, right? It was a good basket though. I would have kept it too.
Right.
But they're fun, they're a lot of fun, and they can really generate funds, because people want it, they want that stuff in there. I got some stuff to donate for a basket.
Yeah, we definitely are accepting, like I said, the list, and we'll get a list out, and put it on the page so that people can look back at it, because I know it was, but it's really just any basic needs. And I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know, maybe Jackie has a bigger ideas too to help them out. We can only make it bigger from here is how we look at it.
Well, I think that's really great. And so in the process, I'm sure, at least I would hope, that your crew that you have to help you with all this, I hope that would grow. Like I said, I'm sure both of us I would definitely like to be a part of it. I'm sure Beck would love to be a part of it too. I don't mind getting out there and somehow, as long as I don't have to like walk far and stuff, I'll be happy to be out there. I can make phone calls like the maddest phone caller you've ever seen. I can answer calls. I will be willing, I should have mentioned this last night, but I'm just thinking of it now. I will be willing to be a point in this end of the county in Lockport to accept donations, and I will keep them with me. And then, when I go down to the falls, we could make plans to get together, and I can bring the donations to you, or if you like, I can even take the donations. If I'm not already put in basket form, I can make cute little baskets out of them.
Wow.
And so, I can be one of your points of contact if you want to put my address in. And then, but for now, where can the donations be taken?
So you can, if you want to donate, you can text me. The number's on the screen, or it's 716-696-2990. You could call, or you can Facebook me, and we can set up a time to either I can meet you somewhere. You could come drop it off if you're close by and want to do that. Whatever works best for you guys.
Okay, so
are you here in Niagara Falls, or are you in Tonawanda still?
I'm in North Tonawanda. I work in Niagara Falls. But I mean, like, I would be willing, like, for anybody that is donating, we're beyond grateful.
Yeah.
And then even those that are watching from Erie County, Jackie her house would probably be the point to drop it off at. So
I can do the Niagara Falls if people in the city want to
There we go.
donate. I can take care of that. That's not a problem. So we have like all of the areas covered if you need that.
Boom. We got it.
Totally.
See, we got you. So we got to say thank you to Kayla. So my friend Kayla Ray Birch, who is Beyond Earth Healing. A lot of my friends know her as that because I share a lot of her stuff about crystals and classes and stuff. So, oh no, I dropped my hagstone. I found it. Okay. So it's shaped like a heart. So Kayla Ray Birch is who connected us. That's why I said networking is the key. Networking is everything. You don't get anywhere in life without networking because you always need help from somebody.
Right.
So thank you, Kayla.
Thank you.
At Beyond Earth Healing.
I have known since 4th grade.
Really?
So we used to ice skate together. We did semi-private lessons, and like, it's so funny. She donated as well, and I forgot to text her and tell her thank you, but also we got along so well because I think we were both so corny, and we used to call each other.
Kayla, no.
That we had like the same sense of humor, and I don't know, we always just meshed well. But we used to call each other sisters, not sisters, but like SISER, and like her name I believe was Paige and mine was Haley. Like we would and that's what the letter came as. It came as like my first name, and in parentheses it said Sister Haley.
Aww.
But yeah, we go way back. So I'm so grateful.
That's really cute. So it's a sure thing. Networking is the key. Thank you.
Totally.
It's a sure thing. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying our chat here. So
thanks for joining us.
It's a Sure Thing is joining us from my White Light Mystic page on YouTube. So if you like this, please like and share, subscribe, share, like all the stuff you're supposed to do, down there, wherever, just hit them. And, we're here every week. And then if you go over to Facebook, we are the Two Virgos on Facebook. So feel free to go there and join our little group. We're trying to grow our community because, as you said, networking is the key. So we want to help Niagara County and Erie County right now. And you just are doing like the best thing. This is so great. I'm just so proud that somebody from Niagara County, I love when I meet people from Niagara County who are doing good things. It's beautiful.
It is. It's nice, and that's how it all started. We saw a need, and we weren't quite sure how to how to fix it, but we knew that we had to start somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really good. Beck, did you have any other questions? Because I have a few
Actually,
here.
I did. You have a few? I just want to know. I mean, what about
Go ahead.
socks? Like socks for the bag?
Yeah, socks, and then like mitten. I think now would probably be the best time to start collecting like the mittens and the hats and the scarves. Like even I would have to ask Jackie, but I would think it would be like even like gently used coats.
Oh, yeah.
For them. But
Yeah.
we live in Buffalo, so it could snow tomorrow and
Yeah.
today. So
a lot of that stuff you can get from the Goodwill. You can just go buy some coat. I mean, they're like $5. Again, like, obviously you would take them and wash them. You wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really good stuff in the Goodwill. I got many a Coach bag from there. I'm not proud. I love a thrift store all day. So if I found a nice leather coat at Goodwill, you bet your ass I'd wear it.
Right.
With pride. So there are ways around that, So I mean, you could, again, something we could all pitch in. $25, I'd get 4 coats.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean? It's like, what is that? It's nothing if it
Right.
keeps somebody,
Right.
So
yeah.
But I was thinking socks because I'm probably gonna, because I don't know, I have a thing for socks. So, and I know that people, they can't replace their socks. You know what I mean? So
Right.
people have clean ones.
Yeah, all those basic needs, that aren't being met. And
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing, I think sometimes people struggle so hard to understand that this is not something that somebody just was like, oh, it's Monday, I'm gonna go shoot up.
Yeah.
I think really understanding and like opening your mind to the fact that sometimes they're escaping the feelings that they're not ready to face, and that
everyone parties. Everybody is guilty of doing something, taking a
Right.
sip of a drink, taking a Valium, smoking a joint, hitting a line, whatever it is. Almost everybody in this world has experimented in their life. You know what I mean? And not one person intended on becoming an addict when they did that. No. And sometimes it just happens. It's just, but the mental health too. I mean, they lose track of themselves. They don't remember to buy a toothbrush. They don't remember to buy toothpaste. They don't. Sometimes it's just you forget when you get into a depressive episode. Forget it. You're like, if you get out of bed, let alone get up to the shower. You look your nephew too.
Yeah, and I just, I'm not, like you said, I'm not 100%, like, I don't know a ton about addiction, but I know enough that nobody chooses to live that lifestyle because it's glamorous.
Right.
They're really fighting something else, and I think people need to be sensitive to that. Not that you have to go save them, but you also don't have to be an asshole. And that understanding that it takes very rarely have I seen. I don't know. I don't know if this is a fact, but like very rarely do I see people who are like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to rehab. I'm gonna get clean. It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people relapse, and the last thing they need is family or friends or their community judging them for that, because then the mental health piece comes in, and then they're feeling depressed because, like, all those intrusive thoughts. And where are they? They're back at square one. So it's like, you just need to, like, if that's anything I could say to somebody, it's like, just be aware of what you're saying and how you're saying it, because those words do stick. Just like that story I told earlier about that teacher or that counselor or that medicine doctor. I went to go see a psychiatrist. Yeah. Those people don't forget.
Who's normal though?
No
who's normal? Is there anybody in this world who's normal? I find that to be, who'd want to be anyway. I think that would be boring. It'd be like being gray. Why would you want to be the color gray? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, and that person should just, anyway, I don't understand that logic. You're not normal.
Right.
I don't, and I think mental health, might be the root for a lot of addiction too.
Yeah.
People who recreationally use, who can walk away, there are people that can recreationally use things, but I think people who use them to medicate, find that there might be a reason for that underneath it, but I know a lot of people who recreationally use and have no addiction problems.
Right.
So it's there's a lot involved with that.
Yeah, it's everyone's story is different. And sometimes too, for a little bit, I feel like doctors were so easy to hand out prescriptions, and not knowing that people are getting addicted. And then it's like, okay, when we cut you off, or when you don't, no, not cut them off, but no longer need them. Well, now I'm going to go to the streets because my body doesn't know what to do without it.
Well, and we can acknowledge that a doctor here, in fact, there was one in New York City, wasn't he? And then, of course, our famous Dr. Mehta, who gave opiates to half of our city. And he's a doctor, you know what I mean? Was writing scripts for friends of friends. That's absurd to me. To do that as a doctor, to knowingly pass out prescription drugs, doesn't matter. You are creating addicts. And even if they're not the addict, they're selling it to someone.
Right.
That's terrible. So, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. A lot of the addiction, opiate issues we have right now are from him, are a result of what he did.
Right.
And it's a damn shame.
It is. And it's not him who suffers. It's all the people who are suffering, because it is hard. It's extremely hard. And for anybody who has attempted to do it, or has attempted to be clean or is clean, like, my applause. I don't know, like, I'm speechless. Like, I think it's just great. And, I may not know you, but I'm proud of you. I think that being able to be clean or attempting to try, no matter how many times, good job, and keep doing it.
Yeah.
One day, it will stick, and it's not a reflection on the person. It's tough. So
unless you know addiction, you don't understand it.
Right.
And then people get on their high horse, and they, it's kind of like the same thing with mental health. Oh, you'll be okay. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. Because whatever, like, unless you're in that moment or know that, I don't think people understand. Well, you shouldn't, it should be easy. Really, Valerie, with your wine, did you take your Xanax earlier? Like, really? It's like,
not Valerie that we just talked to. Not that.
Oh, shoot, I didn't even realize it was. That's not what I meant. I was trying not to say Karen or, Nadia. You know what I mean? And I go and pick the woman who was on our show. I'm so sorry. It was right here. I swear to God. But that's the truth. It's usually, when you're looking down your nose and she's got her glass, a Chardonnay or what is it, that Pinot Grigio, which I'm sorry, tastes like ass. Sorry. I don't like it. It's nasty. But and she's slurring her speech. Okay, honey, how many of them have you had while you're sitting there judging somebody? So I think we all need to just stop that and just kind of help each other instead of judging each other. And, while he's been been rehab 4 times, at least he's trying, you could just not try, or, go and do something even more drastic, but they don't care about that.
No.
Bougie attitudes they got.
Right.
Okay. So about your group then, when you are going to be handing out these little bags that you're making, are they going to have anything in the bags, or are you going to tell them about other resources that they might be able to find?
Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll sit down and make a list of resources in Erie County and Niagara, and some phone numbers, and keep that in the bag so that, if they want, they can call them. These are our places that you could go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely.
But we need more shelters. We need more places.
More
There's so many empty buildings. We can't take some of the tax money and turn them into halfway houses. Not even halfway houses, just places you can crash for the night. You know what I mean? Look at East Falls, for crying out loud. We can't take some of those. You know what I mean? All the revenue from the casino. You can't take some of that tax money and, redo a couple of houses, throw a couple of staff in there and use it as a tax write-off and help some people.
Right.
It's crazy.
You would think that
they'll just sit there, and be derelict.
There's so many abandoned houses. I always think my old middle school, it's Lowry Middle School on Payne. I always think like it's just an abandoned building. Like how great would that be to like make it into like some sort of like housing unit, but also have like
Yes.
your counselors right there, your care managers, your
Like a whole
prescribers.
treatment center.
Yes,
a living treatment
all
center.
all in one. And
Awesome. Yeah.
you know, it's huge. We have the building, so I don't. That's where I guess I don't understand, and I'm not always politically correct, and I don't say things I guess like how they should. I'm not very articulate with my words, but I want to know where's the money going?
Yeah.
Why does Erie County have it and we don't? We're like
Yeah.
we're so close to Erie County I could spit on it. So why is it any different?
Yeah.
And what can we do to change it? Because this isn't just like this revelation happened overnight that we got nothing and they have something. So
Yeah.
definitely something to and it's gotta stop.
And we need to start taking care of each other. We started taking care of each other. It would be so different. It would just be so different. But you know.
Okay, so what is your plan once you have the bags, and you know what's your plan? What are you going to do with the bags?
We're going to hand them out. So Jackie and I are a lot of the places that she knows that is where she used to be. So I keep hitting the computer. A lot of the places where she would go. I think she called them trap houses. We would go there. You know, she tells me now, even when she leaves like her family's house and she's driving, she sees people that she knows, and she informed that that she remembers from when she was shooting up with them or whatever she was doing with them. But she knows, like in Erie County, she knows the places. As far as Niagara County goes, I'm sure we could figure out, where it's needed. I'm sure like agencies, and that's where they would come into play. Agencies would know, Save the Michaels is a huge, who I met in treatment court. Amazing in Lockport. Absolutely. I want to say Lockport. They have a couple different, and they have one in Erie County.
What's it called? Save the Michaels?
Save the Michaels. And I met the guy in treatment court, and he is one of the kindest human beings ever. And he was an addict himself, so he can really like talk to the individuals who are there and get it. He understands. So it's not just someone who has a degree; it's someone who went through it. And when we had football season, I don't even know I don't really follow football, so I don't know. But when they did it, when the Bills played, they used to do a Sunday thing where they would order pizza and pop, and you could come watch the game where you weren't surrounded by people who were partying and drinking and doing that, but you could still enjoy it with people who are trying to be on the same journey as you are. So, really connecting with them and finding out like where in Niagara County those bags could be used. And I think they would be a huge resource.
Yeah. Save the Michaels. Pardon me, asthma. I apologize. Save the Michaels. I'm going to write that down. I'm so sorry. Save the Michaels. So Michaels. Is it kids? Is it named after somebody named Michael? I mean, obviously it's got to have something to do with the Michael.
Yeah. I don't remember the story offhand, but it did have to do with somebody named Michael. But yeah, they help. I want to say they do like rides too. If people don't have, who can't go to like meetings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm almost positive. Don't quote me, but they do rides.
I'm so gonna try to get a hold of that person. Who did you talk to there? Was it Michael?
No, I don't think so. I have to. You know what? I can email one of the ladies from court. She would know his name and information, so I can.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great. Because I would love to. Beck, would you be up for that if we wanted to bring him on to chat with them?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's great. He's so kind. So kind.
Awesome. Yeah, anything to help. We want to help the community. I love getting, especially like, I love when people come on and talk about things that are happening right around me that I have blinders on and I just don't see. I'm oblivious to. Wade Van Velkenberg, who is just on, he is a great resource. He knows a lot of things. I've really been. Did you know that there are 4 presidential candidates right now? Did you know that? No.
No.
But we only see 2 because it's the 2 that have the most money. There's actually 4 running right now, and one of them is a woman. A woman? So we should vote for her just because she's a woman. No, I'm not. No. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I'm just saying it. I heard it after it was coming out, but what?
Part of me is like, yes. Part of me wants to. I want to elevate my fellow woman, but she's got to be worthy of it.
Right, yeah.
But man, I would love to support that. There's that. I'm not even any remotely like a feminist. I just don't do that. But I would love to push a woman up, but she's got to be able to do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look into that. 4 presidential candidates. One is in the Green Party. His name is Howie Hawkins. I just found out there was a party called the Green Party. Green. And it's all about, people
it's
who
a cool
want to save the
party
planet. And
that was fun. That was a good show.
I'm a whisper away from changing my political affiliation due to that conversation with Wade. But Wade is also, I know he works a lot with the homeless and some organizations in Lockport. So he would definitely, I hope you can reach out to him, mention that you were on here with us, and I'm sure he'd love to help you however he can, or, help you network too, because you're just starting out. I think that's really great. So, so your group with your friend Jackie is called In Our Time, because it just means getting off drugs or, finding, I don't know how to put it. You have to do it all in your own time.
Right. Whether it's like going to counseling for mental health, admitting that you might be suffering from mental health, addiction, that you have an addiction, getting help for it, getting treatment, all that stuff. It has to be in your time, because if it's not,
it won't work.
Right. It won't work. And it just will spiral into something worse, because you're not going to feel good about yourself.
Right. Then you get clean for somebody, you resent them. Like you have to get clean for yourself, or you have to get healthy for yourself, because if you do it for another person, you're just be like, this isn't right. Even if you don't mean to resent them, it just ends up happening because you weren't ready to do it. It's one thing that they told me when I was the kid, and I went for the program. They were like, you have to do this. And I'm like, well, that's why I'm here. So you're kind of preaching to the choir, but I see how it's necessary, to tell that, because kids' parents forced them to go there. I was just realized I'm going to probably end up dead if I keep partying with these people. You know what I mean? Because they're doing way worse shit than I am, but I'm with them. So, I mean, it could result in my death, or, anything could have happened to me. So I had to kind of, get it right. And so I did that. But, most kids don't. They're usually forced to go there, or people who are, because you can't really force an adult to go into rehab,
No.
Kids, you can't. So
I think
I went to one of those meetings with you a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember where. Like an NA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need them. I was done. I stayed clean. I'm sorry, Katie.
Oh no, you're not. No, I was just saying. Sometimes I think that like guys, men, I think they have a tougher time with it. With whether it's addiction or whether it's mental health. How they're going to be looked at, how they're going to be perceived. Not strong, not good enough. But I feel like I've seen it with friends where their mental health isn't good. And so they, are turning to drugs just with friends and stuff, but then it doesn't stop. And so now both are suffering, and you got 2 big problems on your hands, but you're not ready to address them because it might make you look you might think that it makes you look less than.
Or weak.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Yeah, even for, I think people in general don't like to feel that way. Vulnerable. Yeah. Vulnerable is a very raw, naked feeling. You're kind of open. I don't do that. I don't like that emotion. But it's hard when you're trying to get yourself together, especially men. I mean, society kind of, well, not so much these days. It's changing now. You know, the way that we were raised, it was, men stronger, club, and then the woman, you know what I mean, is cooking and, so it's like you have a certain way that you have to be, and men, show weakness or, like you said, less than,
Yeah. And they deserve happiness just as much as
Yes.
a woman does, there shouldn't be that. And it's sad that there is, because, it's really preventing them it prevents them from being like the great person that they can be and that other people see them to be.
Yeah.
So can I ask you, when you are going to be giving out these bags, are you planning out like the time of day? And are you worried about, like, do you have people that are security? Are there people that know that you're going to be out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, yeah. They're, between our parents, friends, they'll know. No, I mean, I guess for me, I've gone into so many people's homes now over the past 5-6 years. I feel like I have seen quite a bit. I know I haven't seen it all, but I've seen quite a bit. That it almost, I don't want to say it doesn't faze me, but it doesn't. I don't know. I don't get concerned. Maybe as somebody else who hasn't seen and heard, what I've heard and seen. And for Jackie, she lived it. So we're there to support each other. I thought about the idea of maybe having her boyfriend or my husband come with us, but then it's that's a little bit intimidating, walking up. And I guess it will have to, see how it goes.
Yeah, I think you should definitely give that some thought, because even if they don't want to walk up with you, maybe you should have, some muscle, if you want to call it that, in the car waiting, watching, to make sure that, everything is good. So, okay, so I want to repeat that again. So your group is called In Our Time, and you can be found on Facebook.
Yep.
And on a group on Facebook. You're still looking for a logo, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so probably you might need somebody who's really good with computer graphics to maybe volunteer their time to come up with a logo for you.
Yeah. Because I'm not artistic whatsoever. So,
Well, do you have an idea of what you want to do?
I guess I thought about it a little today. I definitely want to get Jackie's input. But kind of in my head, I thought maybe a clock with two hands, holding it. That's just, it was just something that popped into my head. But like I said, I definitely want to get Jackie's feedback on what she's thinking. But yeah, that'll be our next step. That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
sure. Let me know, when you want to do that, because I can help you with that.
Oh, great.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Or did. I don't anymore, but I'll do it for
Somebody
you.
among us is very gifted in that area with computer graphics and creating things, such as, see up in the corner of our screen, up there, a little graphic. One of us, who happens to be wearing a purple shirt, I'm not going to name names, created that little graphic, and you never know.
That's really cool.
Yeah, somebody is very talented at that. So hey, that's good.
Thank you.
So I just want to throw this out there, just because Wade shared it with us. So Lockport Cares is a shelter for homeless people in Lockport. So I guess if anybody knows of anyone who needs somewhere to go, who might be in this vicinity of the county, or just, I don't know how that works. I don't even know if they take, I don't know. You have to get a hold of Wade. The Lockport Cares is 438-2278. I don't want to make light of it. I just don't want to say the wrong thing.
Sure.
And also, since we are on the subject, I'm going to put this up here. So in Niagara County, there are these numbers for RAIN is an organization for people who have had, I believe they're for people who are looking for help after they've had like sexual abuse and things like that. I'm still not sure what RAIN stands for. I really need to look it up. I'm slacking in that area. And that's if you're hearing my voice but you're not close to your computer or phone, the number is 1-800-656-4673, and that is RAIN, RAINN, N like Nancy, N like Nancy. So RAIN like the element of water. Yeah. Okay. So then there is the YWCA, and that is 716-278-9662. And then there's also the mental health hotline, which is 1-800-662-4357. So in this, feel free to write down. I'm sorry, what?
There's a text line for crisis text line. You text HOME to 741-741.
741 home.
Yep, you text home to 741-741. And then in Niagara County for crisis services, the number is 285-3515.
Okay, let me just, so the crisis text line 741-741 home, HOME. And in Niagara County, you said?
Wait, oh no, so you text home to 741-741. So like 741-741 is the number, and then you text home.
Okay. Text. Bear with me. Typing with a bunch of thumbs here. Hang on. Text home to 741-741. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
And then the 24 hours crisis service line for Niagara County is 285-3515.
Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves.
Bear with. I don't know if you ever watched Absolutely Fabulous, but there's a chick that always says, bear with. So funny. It's a real thick British accent. You gotta watch Ab Fab. You want to laugh till you cry a little. Maybe not, because they're kind of nuts.
All right. So in Niagara County, the 24-hour crisis services is 716-285-3515. So if you are coming in at the tail end of this little broadcast that we have, please go back and watch it all over again, because we've covered a lot of things right here. This is a very interesting conversation that we're having, and I think it's going to be very useful. I'm so happy and proud that you are somebody in Niagara County who's taking the initiative, and you're stepping out there in, somewhere that is a gray area, and you are taking the steps. Everything is baby steps. You're not going to know until you try. And I'm happy that, I hope you don't get frustrated and give up. Don't give up, because you're needed. Don't ever give up.
We won't. We're here.
That's so awesome.
We're now a part of it, so none of us can give up. Now we're all in it till we're in it. So I just want to help people in my community. I want people who don't have things to have things, and I want people who have mental health issues and, addiction. They need help. They need things. They need comfort. Winter's coming. It gets really, really cold. Those people are going to be shooting up in houses that have no heater even windows, and they're going to be getting exposure and frostbite and homeless people sleeping on this. I mean, it's absurd to me that in this time, in this day and age, that we even have that issue. There should be plenty of places for people to spend the night. There should be, it's disgusting. You can't, we're so advanced.
Right.
Why are people still suffering? Why are we still letting people suffer? I don't understand it, and that's got to end. We got to help each other,
I agree.
So everybody help, donate if you can, whatever, your time, donate something to throw in a basket, donate some cashola, get a hold of me, get a hold of Jennifer, Katie.
Yeah. So now we have 4 points of contact. So I will
say,
take.
what was your friend's name?
Jackie.
Jackie. I apologize, Jackie. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jennifer.
So there's me in Lockport. I will be happy to take donations. Feel free to put my name on your website if you'd like. And if anybody would like to text me, I'll give you my phone number so they can contact you and you can text me. How about that?
Okay.
We'll find a way. Baby steps, beginning stages. So I'm in Lockport. I'll be happy on this end of the county. We got Newfane, Alcott, Heartland, Gasport. We got all kinds of people right around me, all the way over to Williamsville, and then all the way up Transit Road. Please feel free to drop donations off with me. Then there's Beck's home in Niagara Falls. If you reach out to Katie, Katie can arrange a time to have somebody come to Beck's home. You guys can discuss it when it's good for both of you. And we have Jackie. I don't know Jackie's information, but she's going to be on part 2. And maybe you can come on with her.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's all good. And then you, of course, anybody can drop off donations with you. You already have the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So I wanted to sweeten the deal here. I have three options that I'm posting, that I'm offering, all 3 of them. Okay, so my husband, we have a candle business. My husband makes soy candles, and it's called White Light Mystic Soy Candles. If somebody would like to donate something and bring it to me or any of the 3 of you, then I will offer that person an 8-ounce soy candle for free. I'll match that, and I'll match their donation. I will give them something. Then I'm a certified angel card reader, which is tarot cards. So if there's anybody who's interested, maybe candles aren't their thing, but I'm a certified angel card reader, and that's all tarot cards and oracle cards. I will be happy to donate my time and offer a tarot card reading. So if they bring any of us a donation, get a hold of me, let me know. The first person that does it, I will offer them a free tarot card reading. And I'm also a practical Reiki master and teacher. So if they would like to, if maybe cards or candle isn't their thing, I would be happy to donate a session for them with practical Reiki. So one of the 3 things that they can choose from. So let me know.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. In fact, the first 3 people. So we'll just have to scratch it off the list, and hopefully we can get some people to start scrambling and get the stuff together. So what is it we're looking for to donate?
Any baskets to raffle, and then anything for the bags, whether it's deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, tampons and pads, boxers, and for men and women, boxers, underwear, sports bras, and socks, mittens, gloves, those are the same thing, hats, scarves.
Actually not. Gloves have fingers, mittens don't.
Oh, okay. So yeah, mittens or gloves. Mm-hmm. Any of your basic needs.
Okay. That sounds awesome. I hope Jackie is watching, and hopefully she's sharing this with all of her friends too. So
Yes.
can you please get a hold of her? She can, reach out to us, let us know when, she wants to be on with us next Tuesday.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we can do part 2, or we can always, we'll do part 2 whenever she's available.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll definitely talk to her
Yes.
about it.
All right,
Cool.
so that sounds really good. Okay, Katie, I'm putting this information up on the screen again. So in our time, which is a Niagara County and part of Erie County based group to help the homeless and the addicted with mental health afflictions. Did I say it right?
Yeah, but
I want
just
to be respectful. I don't know how to say it.
yeah, it's so like I guess the best way to describe it is like mental health is like the umbrella and like the things that fall underneath it.
Okay.
So like the addiction piece, and often when they are addicted, they're homeless. So it's it's like a trickle down effect.
Yeah.
So sad.
It's just like Jackie and I say, it's a full circle. They're all the pieces that kind of keep it going, and we want to break that circle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. All right. So you can be reached on Facebook, which is In Our Time, which is a group. You're still looking for a logo. So you hurry up and get that out there so I can post it all over here and I can share it with my friends. There's going to be a lot of people that we know that can get on board with you. And so you're looking for donation. I'm sorry.
Don't have to make her some business cards.
I was just you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, and you're looking for people to help you with, things like that to
That's easy though.
get your information out there. Business cards, maybe T-shirts, things like that.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
great.
our next adventure is the T-shirts. So
Yep. So graphic artist. I'm just saying, it's a calling. Being a graphic artist.
You want a graphic artist?
It's a calling.
You should make up like something you can put on. Do I know any graphics artists? You could even think of maybe getting what are they called? You dress up in a suit, like a mascot to put on your shirts. You know what I mean? Like you could even do like a silhouette or something of a mascot of some kind of an animal or whatever. Whatever.
Like a cute little teddy bear.
And then people will be more inclined because they're easier to wear. You know what I mean? Like it's a more wearable shirt than like walking around. Not that wearing a logo is bad. But some people are like, I would love to support them financially, but I don't really want to walk around. Maybe they can, maybe they go to work, or maybe they're in an environment where they can't promote another brand. Or thing, because that is a thing, so you could get a mascot and you could have them and they could wear your shirt all over and they're still supporting you. And it's your own mascot, like it's your own whatever,
There you go.
We've also thought about like doing shirts that have like cute like quotes on them or like designs. And maybe putting like a little tag in the side or something at the bottom. Like we IoT. Like instead of writing out like In Our Time, it would be like IoT, like in the corner.
Yeah.
But definitely like beautiful shirts.
See, it's all about being a graphic artist. It's a calling. I'm telling you. Some of us can't do that. Some of us are very gifted, and it's a gift to them. Yep. Things just show up when you least expect it.
You're too funny. We'll work something out, definitely. I have a lot of really great images that we can use. I call them tubes. So, I mean, when you're ready to sit down and the two of you do your thing and you come up, we can definitely, I would love to donate my time and services for that.
Thank you. That means so much.
That we can definitely, and I appreciate my cousin very much.
Yay. Thank you. You're right where you belong.
Yeah. This is fun.
For a reason.
I want to push this. Like, I really want to get behind this. I want to help. I'm always looking for a way to help, and I can't always trust. You don't know. I just don't know. You want to help, but you don't want to be taken advantage of.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the same time, so I'm excited.
Me too. We both are.
Outlet. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'm excited. I just keep looking at my paparazzi here. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's very pretty. But I can't wait to meet Jackie. I'm looking so forward to having that conversation too.
Yeah, she's definitely got a lot of insight, a lot of stories, and I think I talked to her today, and she's not even completely moved into her new house yet. So it's
Yeah.
Oh, she got a
you know
new
what?
house. Congratulations! It's awesome.
oh no, she's in an apartment. I don't know.
Still great.
I don't know if it's just a house or an apartment, but she's so happy.
Still great.
And she's got a new dog she rescued.
Aw.
A dog from the PTA named Scooby. Oh, she named him Scooby, and all her kids love him. So she's got a lot on her plate. She's always going. Oh,
That's really cute. Oh, there he is. Hi, Pom.
The dog.
Hi,
I said,
Mama.
"Oh, I'm walking right over here." Say hi, Pommers. He's like, "What?"
I love Pom Pom.
oh, how cute!
You look like
He's
an
little
old
Chewbacca is what he is.
He's bored. He's like,
I love him.
or what? I can't say "aw." Like I can't be cooing and
I don't have
awing.
any of my own.
You know,
Kitty,
he's like,
kitty,
"What,
kitty,
Mom?"
kitty.
Yeah, is Epiphany there?
Pippy can't get off the bed.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty.
I
I've
have
actually
two
been
ferrets
thinking.
downstairs, or I'd have them saying hello too. Not that they would sit still long enough to actually see them, but it would be fun.
But I am.
I love ferrets. I want to get an otter, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. I would love an
We don't
otter.
have enough clams.
Oh,
we have them up at our cottage in Canada, and I was just like, they were posting about them, and I was like, I've never in the 25 years that I've been going up there, like I never have seen an otter. I think they're otters.
really? I
Yeah.
love 'em.
Maybe they're beavers.
No, like
Canadian beavers.
oh my god, we have beavers.
Because you do.
They're always like in our bay, and then they take the trees like fall down, and then we can't get our boat out, and it's just like it's always something. But no, like these are like minks. Are those the same thing?
Oh my god! I love. Well, no, but they're in the
Oh,
They're like
family.
little weasels.
There's
Any
minks.
muscle, weasel, anything like that, I love.
Yeah, we
So-
have little chipmunks, and someone said, "Oh, this mink came running by the cottage with a chipmunk in its mouth."
Yeah,
Oh my god!
they're apex predators. People don't realize that. Like they think that ferrets and minks are rodents, and if you set 2 ferrets loose in a population of rabbits, they would be decimated. Like they're apex predators. Literally, like they will kill anything they can get their teeth around. Like if as long as they can get here and in the back of the neck and paralyze them, and then they'll eat the brain.
Oh my
You
god!
don't realize, they're like, oh my god, they're just rodents. I'm like, they eat rodents. They are not. They're actually quite savage. If they were bigger, if they were as big as a house cat, forget it. Forget it. That'd be bad, because ferrets and them, they don't play. They're murderers. But I love them. They're so nutty and cute. Savage.
Yeah, but Pom Pom's really cute. Thanks for sharing, Pom Pom.
Oh, his tail went up. He heard you say, and his tail went wiggle.
Little Pom Pom. Pom. Little Chewbacca. Oh, Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I think it's been awesome. Thanks again to Kayla Ray Birch, who linked us, and my cat's coming. And so Beyond Earth Healing, keep trying to get her on here because we have. There you go.
I feel like it's
I usually am wearing her earrings, but alas, I'm wearing paparazzi today. All the paparazzi. I got a new paparazzi
What's that
girl.
girl's name? Kristen. No.
Kristen. Yep, there's Beyond Earth Healing.
What is it, Kristen Nobel? What is her last name? She's on Facebook too. Kristen Nobel. Is that her name?
I don't know. I never heard her say her last name. Nobel.
Nobel. What is her group name?
Jewelry girl.
Oh, it's the
Paparazzi. It's Kristen's new paparazzi. No, Kristen's new dazzling divas or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
So these sparkly. I've been wearing these. These are heavy earrings too. I've been wearing these earrings. These ones are brand new, but I have other ones like it. 5 years or so I've been wearing these.
oh wow.
They cost $5. these new necklaces that I'm obsessed with. $5. Everything's $5. So, yeah, it's all about the paparazzi jewelry. And this girl, she lives in Youngstown. Thank God. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that she lives so far away. It takes me like an hour to get to her house. And I'm like, that's kind of good. But then when I was shopping, I was like, but now I got to buy more stuff to make it worth the trip.
Right.
So,
Okay, her name
okay.
is Kristen Nablo, Nablo, and it's called Dazzle 4 Days.
Oh,
4
there you
is
go.
in the number, not the word. The number Dazzle, Dazzle 4 Days. So it's a private group, but that's where you can get all of her. She goes live. I've seen her go live a couple times.
She's going live today.
You know, live. Oh, cool. Yeah, she did post something about that.
Yep.
But her stuff's nice. She's a real nice girl, you know. So if you're feeling some
She
jewelry,
She's got some long hair. Her hair's longer than yours. Believe it or not.
Crazy hair. Her hair's like though. It's thick and stuff too. But the
But
jewelry,
so-
I don't wear costume jewelry, but I love paparazzi. I think it's really so pretty. It's just so pretty,
Yeah.
you know. So if you like
And
costume
affordable.
jewelry, you don't have to pay a fortune. Go see Kristen Nablo.
For real.
Dance
Yep.
for day. She'll hook you up.
Definitely. So, well, thank you, Katie. This has been so much fun. And thank you to Wade Van Valkenburg for giving us his input about the, what's it called?
Lockport Cares.
The Lockport
Cares.
Lockport Cares. Oh, I'm so bad. Lockport Cares. Okay.
You know it's bad when I'm
Lockport Cares.
remembering it. You're not. Then you know that's bad, right? When
I was talking
remember
about
it.
jewelry.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was talking about jewelry. So, okay, Lockport Cares in Lockport. All right. So thank you, Wade. Thank you, Kayla.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beck. Thank you, Katie. This has
Thank you,
been
Jennifer.
loads of fun. Night, John
It
Boy.
has.
All right. So hopefully everybody has had time to write everything down as I have. This is what, when you see me looking away over this way, this is what I'm doing. I'm not ignoring anybody.
That's what I was doing. I was writing out.
Jotting stuff down. So, so this has been great. So we will see you next time on part 2. And then your friend Jackie will be with us again to talk about her contribution, which is the addiction side, and tell us more about that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
So,
that.
everybody on YouTube, it's a Sure Thing. Sure. Oh, I just realized it's Sure Thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, so I wonder if she's a surfer. Sure Thing. Oh, so thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Like, subscribe,
Yeah, thank you
share,
everybody for watching.
all that stuff.
Thank you.
So thank you guys. We'll get in touch soon. You know, keep watching our posts and let you know what we're going to be talking about next week, because it's going to be awesome. I can tell you that. So good night, everybody.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, you can stay there, Katie. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. Okay.
Get away.